Words on the water. It's always cool how the tide looks like it's not doing much, and then the shift in perception or awareness was happening the whole time. Hey, stairs from hell. How are you? Nice to meet you, Kenny. Hey, Gerald. How are you? Well, Gerald, I'm good. Do something off the cuff here. Oh, let's look at these birds real quick. They're just chilling. Spirit and the mycelium do not give a shit about AV quality. Yes, bird, preach! Preach it! I'm king of the hill, bitches. You think you are? Motherfucker. Oh, yeah. Be fucking weird. Who gives a shit? Qualified, overqualified. I ain't ever gonna work a fucking desk job. I ain't ever gonna do that shit. And everybody I fucking talk to is done with it too. Guy in tech, 13 years in tech. Said, fuck this, I'm driving a city bus. Yup. Another person driving the courtesy shuttle for a Nissan dealership. Said, I'd rather be fucking driving on the asphalt with the dead SOBs. They're not dead, but you know, thinking about shit stuck in loops that are killing them. Thought loops that fucking never end. They get, you know, and they play out in your reality, in your life, the same fucking way over and over again if you pay attention. And ask yourself, why does this feel so fucking familiar? Why am I involved in the same relationships, doing similar things? I'm learning, I think. I'm trying to grow, figure this shit out. It's like I'm doing all the changing. Everyone else stays the fucking same. And that's Whoa. Jelly. Whoa. What the fuck? I've never seen one like that. It's freaking cool. I'm not gonna step in it. Oh, you know what? I'm not as pretty as this shit. There we go. Maybe one of these times I'll get the phone pointed the right direction, orientation, give you a wider shot, you know, but I don't edit. I don't really got time for that right now. It's not important. What's important is the real and the raw, because that's what's missing. All this curated, highly edited, stylized, copied, mimicked bullshit. No wonder everything sucks, because everything's the fucking same. Just ripping off shit over and over, recycling it, but producing nothing. Nothing of value. You see, the mycelium, Earth, God, does not do this. Geology, planets, solar systems do not do this shit. We did not do this shit at one point in time as a species. Maybe multiple points of time, likely thousands of points of time. Our minds are so fucking small compared to geological time, it's ridiculous. Then fucking planetary time, holy shit. Yeah, one day I can get there. I don't want to think about that right now, though. So this is a crawdad black hole transmission. That's all it is. Brought to you by protein, cannabis crumbs, and caffeine. You know, why not? On occasion, codeine if it's necessary. We don't judge. We don't set expectations of ourselves because we can't tell the fucking future. Anybody who tries to tell the fucking future can get bent. Approximation, deviation. You have to be able to do both. Nothing is certain. Nothing is certain. The more you try, the less certain it becomes. The less you try, but have an intention, oh, the more certain it becomes. I know this well. I spent 5 years in a fucking basement. I spent 2 decades telling myself I wasn't going to be shit. But I was okay with that. That's the fucking crazy part. I mean, sure, I wobbled very widely, especially as I got older. You know, not just having a relationship, but having a fucking career or a house or car or cell phone, clothes. Any other title than gravely disabled. Yeah, that's the one I want. That's the one I'm gonna get. If I continue down that fucking road, oh, there, that's better. The thought pattern, the scarcity mindset, the fear. You can't love in fear. You can't live in fear. Well, not really. You can't really even take a full fucking breath in fear. Just think of your nervous system, man, every time you've been in fear. And we are constantly overstimulated and live in fear. This is not how we are supposed to be living. This, looking at rocks with one pink fucking toenail and one orange one. Yeah. Because why the fuck not? Is it gay? Maybe. Who gives a shit? And people are gonna make fun and call me crazy, and you can't say anything about me that I haven't told myself, but 7 times sharper and more vitriol. Piss and vinegar, as my grandfather would say. About 7 minutes left on record. We can keep going. I can do this all fucking day. Yeah, maybe I will start doing this all day. Kept all these thoughts in my head so goddamn long. Nobody fucking understands. Oh, I thought I was looking at that. Let's go. Here, you want some sideways vision? Fuck it. Ooh, let's do that. Or was I? Who gives a shit? Spent all my life having amazing conversations with myself. Some terrible conversations with myself. But they were real conversations with myself, and I know I'm not the only person to do that. Oh no. I was having a talk with my father today about my mother. You know, like most of us, all of us, grew up in a fucked up home, one way or another. And I realized something, and I think maybe others have too, but nobody ever fucking listens to anybody. Every one of the relationships that I've ever encountered in this fucking lifetime, I've noticed that everybody seeks the wounded, inverse mirror image of themselves. I don't think my father will have a problem with me talking a little on the surface, because everybody relates to it, nor my mother. Everybody has witnessed it. So, for example, my father, tremendous man, the analog field god himself. Master of all trades, jack of a few. Tell you when a capacitor will blow 20 minutes before anybody else even caught wind of it, or before they even knew it. Anyway, we were talking because we both love, this woman. It's my mom. Been there, had some great times. A lot of conversation, a lot of sharing of music, things like this, but for many factors, I was keeping myself small so that she would feel loved, and by extension I was doing us both a disservice. She couldn't love herself, and nor could I, without another's approval, or having to just running stuff by, or setting boundaries that you inevitably allow people to break because you live in fear, scarcity. And abundance is true unconditional love. No one on this earth has likely ever experienced true unconditional love. The conditions were set well before your parents were born, and their parents were born, and their parents were born. Who are you gonna fucking blame? Sure, you blame your parents a little bit, yes, especially if they saw the signs and talked about it and didn't do a fucking thing. But don't resent them, because you have been doing the same fucking thing. You just were too much of a bitch to deal with your own darkness. That's what it is. You're the best musicians. I love music. The music comes from the fucking gutter. Gutter's where God lives. God lives on the mountaintop. God lives in the mycelium, because God is the mycelium. So are we. So are we. I told you I could keep doing this all day. And so, my father shared something brilliant with me. I had never thought of this perspective ever. Because I was thinking, well, is my mom selfish? Is she really? Because she's, I had to use my discernment, man. I had to use my mind and my heart and my lizard guts to figure this shit out, man. And I finally came to the conclusion that, fuck no, she is not evil. She's just severely fucked up, just like we all are. My father said, my mom wants to understand me. She can't understand me. But she can only draw from the experience of herself. Whereas my father and I, and it took me, I didn't even know this about him, because he's very sensitive too, but we are very different people. Very different. Both wounded. And so my father, let's see, I got 2 minutes left. Finish one story before I go on to the other. And said, realized this a couple years ago, that she desperately tries to draw on her own experience, because how do you really empathize with another unless you're empathic, very in tune to relationships, and your mind just goes and goes every which direction. That's why you lose fucking 3 cannabis, THC vapes, fucking God knows what else. I constantly only have one earbud. Spent $200 on fucking earbuds. Only had to lose them and get them stolen. Good times. Anyway, back to whatever the hell I was talking about. Father's a brilliant man. Wounded, went inside. Tired. Worked his ass off. Just tired soul. He wanted to give responsibility away. My mom needed control, so it was perfect. My dad gave up his toys. His shed, his ski boat. Beautiful thing. His Camaro, his Jeep. His life. This is something I notice about men boomer men, and we do it in millennials and other men too, we recognize that women have had historically a shitty time. And so we think that the best way to love them is to let them walk all over us. But then they end up not respecting you or respecting themselves. So, let's break that shit. That's what we're doing right here, right now. Live. Join the wobble. Whoop, whoop. Thank you very much. Autographs later.